Hi, I'm Linda, and welcome to Let's Talk English. This is a podcast where we practice real-life English conversations in a simple, relaxed way. If you want to feel more confident speaking English at a restaurant, at work, or with new people, you're in the right place. Today, I'm joined by my co-host, Paul, and on this episode, we'll be talking about our jobs in simple English. So let's get started.
Hi, Linda. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you, Paul. So, as I said, today's topic is jobs. I think it's something everyone can relate to, and it's full of useful everyday vocabulary.
Definitely. And our jobs are quite different, so it should be an interesting conversation.
I agree. Why don't I start? I can talk a little bit about what I do as a teacher.
Sounds good. Lead the way.
All right, so as most of our listeners probably know, I'm an English teacher. I don't work in a typical school with children, though. I teach adults.
Oh, right. So, people who have maybe moved here from other countries?
Exactly. My students come from all over the world. They are often new to the country and need to learn English to find a job, to talk to their neighbors, or to help their own children with homework.
That must be so important for them. A really valuable skill.
It really is. We're teaching more than just grammar and vocabulary. It's about giving them the confidence to build a new life here.
Confidence. Yeah, I can see that.
My typical day starts with preparing my lessons. I have to think about what my students need most. For some, it's practicing conversation. For others, it's learning how to write a professional email.
So you have to create different plans for different students?
Absolutely. My students have very different levels of English. Some are complete beginners. They might only know how to say hello and thank you. With them, we start with the very basics, like the alphabet and simple greetings. Yes, often. My classes are usually small, which is great because I can give each student personal attention. We do a lot of activities, like role-playing common situations.
Role playing? Like pretending to be ordering at a restaurant.
Exactly, or a job interview, or a doctor's appointment. It helps make the language feel real and practical.
That makes sense. It's one thing to know the words, but another thing to actually use them in a conversation.
It is. The best part of my job, without a doubt, is seeing a student have a light bulb moment. That moment when they finally understand something they were struggling with.
A light bulb moment. I like that phrase.
It's so rewarding. Or when a student comes to class and tells me they had their first full conversation in English with a neighbor, that's the best feeling.
You can see the direct impact of your work.
Yes, of course it has its challenges too. Sometimes a student feels frustrated or stuck, and it's my job to find a new way to explain something to help them move forward.
Right. Everyone learns differently.
And sometimes I feel sad when a student has to leave the class because they found a job and are too busy. But it's also a happy reason, you know?
Totally. It means they're succeeding.
So that's my job in a nutshell. Planning, teaching, encouraging, and drinking a lot of coffee.
It sounds fantastic, Linda. Really meaningful work.
Thank you, Paul. Now, I'm really curious to hear about your job. You're a shop manager. It sounds so different from mine.
Well, in some ways it is. But you might be surprised. I manage a medium-sized grocery store, a supermarket in the center of town.
Okay, a supermarket. So you sell food and household items.
That's the one. My day is very structured, but also very unpredictable. It starts very early, around 6 in the morning.
6 a.m.? Wow, that is early.
Yeah, I have to be there before the store opens to the public. The first thing I do is check the deliveries. Trucks arrive overnight with fresh fruit, vegetables, milk, bread, all the essentials.
So you have to check that everything arrived correctly?
Exactly. We check the inventory, which is just a list of all the products we have. We need to make sure what we received matches what we ordered.
Inventory. That's a great vocabulary word.
It's a very important part of the job. After that, I walk around the store to make sure everything is clean, tidy, and ready for customers. I also have a quick meeting with the morning staff.
What do you talk about in the meeting?
We discuss the plan for the day. Maybe there's a special offer starting, or we need to focus on restocking a particular aisle. It's all about teamwork.
Teamwork, right.
Once the doors open at 8 o'clock, my job becomes about managing the day-to-day operations. This means helping customers, solving any problems that come up, and making sure my team has the support they need.
What kind of problems can happen?
Oh, all sorts. A cash register might break down. A customer might not be able to find what they're looking for, or we might get a complaint about a product. You have to be a good problem solver.
It sounds like you have to think on your feet a lot.
You do. No 2 days are ever the same, which is one of the things I like about it. It never gets boring. My favorite part of the job is interacting with the regular customers. We have a lot of elderly people who come in every morning. You get to know their names, ask about their families. It feels like a real community hub.
That's lovely. It makes it more than just a shop.
It does. But the most challenging part is probably managing the staff rota or schedule. Trying to make sure we have enough people working at peak times while also accommodating everyone's holidays. It can be a real puzzle.
I can imagine. It's like a logic problem.
And dealing with unhappy customers is never fun, but it's part of the job. You have to stay calm, listen to their problem, and try to find a solution.
That sounds a lot like dealing with a frustrated student, actually. You have to be patient and listen.
See? I told you our jobs had things in common. It's all about people skills, isn't it?
It really is. You're helping people get their groceries for the week, and I'm helping people learn a language. We're both providing a service that helps them in their daily lives.
Exactly. And we both have to do a lot of planning behind the scenes. You plan your lessons. I plan the staff schedule and product orders.
Right. The work people don't see.
Yeah. And I guess we both need a lot of patience. You need it for your students, and I need it when the delivery truck is late or a freezer breaks down.
Definitely. Patience is a virtue in any job, I think. Do you have any funny stories from your work?
Oh, plenty. One time, a whole pallet of oranges fell over right in the middle of the main aisle. There were oranges rolling everywhere. It took about 5 of us half an hour to clean it all up.
Oh no, like a scene from a comedy movie.
It was. But everyone, even the customers, had a good laugh about it. How about you? Any funny teaching stories?
Well, in teaching, funny things often happen because of language mix-ups. I once had a student who wanted to say he was full after a big lunch, but he used the word foolish instead. He stood up and proudly announced, "I am very foolish."
Ha ha! That's brilliant.
The whole class laughed, including him, once we explained the difference. It's those little moments that make the job so much fun.
It sounds like it. It's good to have those moments to balance out the more stressful parts.
Absolutely. Well, Paul, this has been a really great chat. It's so interesting to get a look inside a day in your life.
You too, Linda. It's given me a new appreciation for what English teachers do.
Before we finish, I'd like to quickly go over some of the useful words and phrases we used today. This is a great way for our listeners to review.
Good idea.
So, we used the word rewarding, which means making you feel satisfied and happy. I said, my job is rewarding when I see students succeed.
Right.
We also talked about challenges, which are the difficult parts of a job. And I mentioned my students have light bulb moments. That's an idiom for a moment of sudden understanding.
And I talked about inventory, which is the list of all the products in a shop. I also mentioned the staff schedule, or rota, which is the plan of who works on which days and at what times.
Perfect. And finally, people skills, which is the ability to communicate well with others. We agreed that both our jobs require good people skills.
That's a great summary.
I hope that was helpful for everyone listening. That's all the time we have for today. Paul, thank you so much for joining me and sharing about your job.
It was my pleasure, Linda. Thanks for having me on the show.
And a big thank you to all of you for listening to Let's Talk English. We hope you enjoyed our conversation. Join us next time for another episode. Bye for now.